Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 of a best of 3. It's RoX.KiS versus Team Empire. I'm LD.
And I'm Gods, and it's game 2. RoX.KiS taking game number 1, much to many people's surprise, including our friendly bettors over at Dota 2 Launch.
Yeah.
80% Empire here. This is a lot of rares to be won if RoX.KiS
After what happened at Star Ladder, I can't fault them, but
yeah.
RoX.KiS, combination of Empire not really playing up to what we expect out of them, and RoX.KiS playing really well. Here we have it. The draft actually well underway. The teams have been picking and banning very quickly, and well, the Elder Titan actually gets banned by RoX.KiS in game number 2. So even though they dealt with it quite well, they don't want to have to deal with it again. Or be up against it. They will get a Lifestealer and a Troll this time, and a Nyx Assassin. Very curious to see how this game develops, because it's a rather melee-heavy draft. OD normally likes those, and well, in some ways, it's kind of a greedy draft, I feel, from RoX.KiS.
I think RoX.KiS are going to be running the CM Nyx both as supports, and I almost always they play the lifesteal in that safe lane farming. So that puts Troll mid against OD, which is a matchup OD still. I mean, he wins every matchup pretty much, except Razor. But even against Razor, it's kind of 50-50 in my opinion. So Troll matches up okay, I'd say, compared to other heroes against OD. So I think last pick for RoX.KiS will be an offlane, and that's what Empire are expecting. They ban up the Clockwork, so. And by themselves, they pick up the Chen, and Chen seems to be definitely a hero that's worth denying from RoX.KiS. They pick it up all the time and play it really well. Yeah,
they love moving around the Chen around like the 5 to 6 minute mark, going for smoke ganks. And even sooner than that, depending on the offlane hero. We saw, I think, 3 or 4 ganks on that bottom lane, constantly picking up dust, sentries, and really pressuring the enemy bounty hunter. The bounty hunter, in some ways, was also one of the more interesting heroes in game 1. It didn't work out well for Team Empire, but I feel it should have worked out well. And part of that was just some miscues from, who was playing it again? It was Mag, I believe. Like, going invis when he was already dusted, some misplays like that, but just the ability for a bounty hunter to kind of control this game, I think, is big. You're up against a triple melee lineup, track move speed, and just being able to kite your opponents will make a much bigger difference than against a multiple ranged hero lineup. So I like the bounty hunter pick from Empire. I think this is kind of a classic Empire draft, and they're going to round it out with a Weaver. So, well, it's a pretty hard-to-kill lineup. I think that's their biggest attribute, is just being hard to kill.
Yeah, I like that Luna got banned out. I think that would have fit a bit nicer in the Empire lineup, giving them a bit of a stronger early-game push to go with the Chen. And just having another Invis hero that kind of fits a similar role to the OD and Bounty Hunter, being like a single-target right-click damage hero. So I think this is a bit of a weakness for the Empire draft, but if they can get off to a good early start, which with the strong lanes they've got, an OD mid, a Chen in the jungle, they definitely can do. So I think they've got the answers to what RoX.KiS have, having the Bane against the Lifestealer as well. So it'll come down to execution for both the two teams.
What is Sadoy going to be playing this game? It could be an aggressive tri-lane Lifestealer, but more likely it's a defensive one, and they need an offlaner. And his Prophet's already been banned, his Clockwork's been banned, Darkseer's out of the pool, Elder Titan's been removed. These are sort of your go-to offlaners nowadays, and I do wonder what they have up their sleeves here. We'll have to wait and find out.
Yeah, very actually few offlane heroes left. I'm trying to think what's actually there and viable. But
I mean, there's things like Windrunner that can go farm the Ancients, but we saw last game that an offlane Windrunner is very weak against a defensive tri-lane.
Yeah, I think that's what RoX.KiS are also thinking things through here. They're using all their extra time, which they'd saved up until now, to decide this. Like I said, very fast draft, and all of a sudden, well, things slowing down as RoX.KiS don't seem to know what they want to pick with this last hero of theirs.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and find out. But aside from that, if you look at Team Empire, they definitely have weaknesses on this team. They have one proper disable, and that's Fiend's Grip. Aside from that, you have Astral and whatever the Chen can pick up by neutrals. But they are really lacking lockdown here, and their only real way to deal with Lifestealer is, well, actually they have some ways to deal with him, but none of them are really killing him, aside from Fiend's Grip. So I feel they could run into some issues here, but it's going to be an abandon. So RoX.KiS now, with what looks
switches Nyx over to a solo role,
and it will be a solo for solo. But this is not a good matchup for Nyx in the laning stage. Later on, he could be very effective against OD, but in the lane, Scandal's gonna have a really easy time here.
Yeah. So it looks like they are going to offensive trial lane, but with the Troll Warlord, put Lifestealer 1v1 against Bounty Hunter, which for Bounty Hunter will be pretty happy about, because that's a pretty easy lane for him. Although Bounty Hunter can get some farming experience, but Lifestealer definitely has an edge there.
Yeah, RoX.KiS right now, the one issue with running an Abaddon is if you want to be aggressive with your supports, because generally he's more of like a Treant protector, where you want to carry who can just dive. And they do have a Lifestealer who's decent at going for those early kills, but they're going to have trouble roaming through the jungle to find this Chen to go for the OD mid. Solo's never going to have mana in the lane after, like, level, you know, I don't know, like, after 3 to 5 minutes in, he'll never have mana. And that makes it hard to gank mid, so we should see an OD doing very well in the mid lane. The off-lane Bounty Hunter, we'll have to see what the matchup is for Mag. And actually,
he'll get the lifesteal at 1v1, I'm pretty sure.
Which he'll get levels out of that, so he'll be happy. And then your safe lane, well, actually, it looks like they're going aggressive here. Or maybe, yeah, or maybe running dual lanes.
We'll see. I think they realize if they lane Bounty Hunter in the off lane, they end up losing 2 of their lanes. They'll lose the off lane, lifesteal will beat the Bounty Hunter, and then this offensive lane coming up from RoX.KiS with Troll, Wall, and Abaddon is actually quite problematic when you've got a Chen in the jungle who can't help things out right away. But for now, Sidoi is maybe just being left on his own down here because Yol and the Crystal Main's actually at top.
Yeah, so it's going to be dual lanes for RoX.KiS. And on that note, we'll hold that thought and introduce the teams now. On the Dire side, leading 1-0 in the best of 3. Winner of this match moves on to play the winner of Alliance versus Speed Gaming, formerly Rattlesnake International, formerly Team Kaipi. RoX.KiS on the Dire side. BZZ is perfect. Your lifestealer. Dust already secured. Y'all going to be playing the Crystal Maiden. Your mid lane will be a solo lane for the solo. How appropriate. Rushing the bottle. Nexus on the off lane support Abaddon. That puts Sidoi on your off lane Troll Warlord. Well, on that note, we get a quick pause.
For our Radiant team, it is going to be Team Empire. We'll introduce quickly. Mag is on the safe lane Bounty Hunter. OD is Scandal playing the middle lane. We've got Chen being played by Vaynescore. Looks like as an offensive jungler. Silent on the weave, and then finally, Always Wanna Fly, going to be handling the Bane.
Absolutely. So, Empire, again, very reliant on the Bane to set things up this game. He's the only way to deal with the Lifestealer, aside from just kiting him and slowly whittling him down. But as for proper lockdown,
that happened last game as well for Empire. They didn't really have a proper initiator. In this game, again, it's only RoX.KiS with a good initiator and the Nyx Assassin.
They do start things off in the river. This actually could be our first blood, or at least a lot of damage. This Crystal Maiden, no real way to run. This is almost certainly first blood. Does have a Crystal Nova. Not the spell that's going to get you out of jail. None of them will. And Empire are giving us KiS. They donate a first blood. And actually, this is... Last game, it was the opposite. It was Empire donating the first blood.
Yeah.
And the off-lane Bounty Hunter.
This time around, it's Empire getting off to a great start. And they need this. Being down a game, they want to try and force a game 3 here. I love what we're seeing.
Solo is just getting face rolled. Like, the lane's over for Solo.
That is just painful.
Sure, you can get your bottle and bottle Crow, but you are not winning this lane. And Scandal already asserting his dominance.
He may as well just use this salve right now. Like, this is not going to be a very fun lane for him.
I mean, if he gets on a few auto attacks and then astrals you and then walks past you and hits you a few more times, you can actually die from like around 200 HP. So just to be a bit careful here, but astral on cooldown now. Solo should be fine. In the end, it morphs into an aggressive tri-lane for Team Empire. Vaynescore, Always Wanna Fly, and Silent, perhaps emboldened by the first blood, will farm the enemy neutrals and look to do some pulling of their own. With this Chen Centaur, at least they'll pull the wave back and farm it. As for RoX.KiS, their tri-lane is... Well, the Crystal Maiden's like your big liability for y'all. As long as the Abaddon shield's there, it's harder to kill, but I feel like y'all could get shielded and still die regardless, just because they have so much damage in this tri-lane.
Oh, absolutely. I think Empire going to be looking to get very aggressive with that fact here. Scandal actually taking a lot of harass there.
He's got Salve, he's got 2 Tangos, and has not been lucky at all on his SNR. It's very early on, normally or not, but he's chewed through all of his Astral Imprisonments. Yeah. I mean, normally you don't use it too much until it's at least level 2, but he used it at least 2 or 3 times at level 1, and he's out of mana for now.
He's going to have to go for that bottle body, and while he did a great job harassing Solo, he's actually not last hitting very well, only sitting on 6 creep kills here against the Nyx Assassin when you could be sitting on probably about double that.
Yeah, first wave was great for him, and then as soon as we looked away, it's like we're a reverse jinx. We're good luck for him, gods. And, we screwed him over by leaving. So the bottom lane for Sidoi, it is an off-lane troll getting free farm, which anytime you can get away with that, you have to be very happy. Right now, he is getting it. So that lane's looking good. It's mid looking better than expected for Solo. Yol is going to continue to be a liability, I feel. BZZ is perfect, not farming well, and they are getting experience for Nexus. So I would say it's a game of fairly even trades. Both teams getting screwed in some parts of the map, and doing quite well in
rotation towards the middle lane. Here comes Chen. Solo has not got a point in his carapace yet. Scandal going to get stunned up.
And that's an easy kill for Vaynescore. Roaming. No, it runs out right now. He doesn't have Test of Fate.
The bottle up from Solo got him the HP he needed to actually survive that one. So
I didn't realize the haste burn was about to run out. That's really unfortunate.
They've already got first blood, so it's not actually that important of a kill. And I was about to say, it's actually almost better they don't kill him because he can just he would heal up and get back to lane faster. But now he suicides to Ancients.
Free Bottle Crow.
Yes. You suicide, that's all. It's the smart way to play that.
And he bought it. Looks like he bought his TP before dying, so didn't really waste anything.
Well, his teammate
bottom
bought it
lane
for him. He didn't have the money.
Safe lane bounty hunter getting solo killed by Sadoy. No
Yikes.
dust, no sentries.
Bash luck, maybe?
Yeah, combination of batch luck and just sticking around on low HP. Like even if he batches you once, if you have like 500, 600 HP, he's not gonna kill you. So he must have been fairly low.
All right, well, Solo's back in the middle lane. He's fully HP mana, so this is going to be annoying for Scandal, who is, I believe, yeah, he's about to say he needs to Bottle Crow against Mana Burn Harass, which is quite annoying. You don't want your OD to be being forced to Bottle Crow, but hey, if he has to, he has to.
Yeah, Solo, his CS is still not that great, only 7-2, but Scandal, as you mentioned, just missing a lot of last hits and not farming particularly well, despite getting help from his team. Solo has not really been getting any help to speak of.
Yeah, this is just, I think Scandal just not having the best game.
Not a good day for him.
No, but that's okay. I think all in all, Empire is still having a much better early game here. Just looking at the CS, you do see the top three of the top 4 all on the Empire side. They've shut down BZZ on the lifestealer, forced him to go into that jungle, and as a result, he's farming much slower than he normally would.
Still, for Empire, they have Bounty Hunter, and he is level 5, and Mag rotates towards mid now, looking for Solo. Maybe looking to turn this game around a bit. Scandal does have a single Astral, but one more Mana Burn will remove that mana. Mag's going to start with the Janata here. They're going to Astral, and then go for the Janata crit. It's only a level 1 Shuriken toss, though. Carapace comes out. Nicely, Scandal not auto-attacking. He's not going to take any damage. Solo still bottling up. He is not going to live. Mag, just enough damage to get the kill. Really nicely done by the OD. Scandal cancel his auto attack, not getting Carapace, securing the kill.
The Carapace triggered on the Orb of Venom, which was actually the best part about that. So it didn't actually block any real damage. Like if you block a right click with that, he maybe lives, but it just blocked a bit of Orb of Venom damage, which does absolutely nothing.
Oh no! What is it, like 5 damage?
Yeah,
3 damage before reduction.
Well, Nyx without boots. Well, he's got boots now. I think they were just waiting for him at base.
Top lane, they're looking for that Abaddon. Normally a hard-to-kill support, but as mentioned, the shield just is not going to do much against these bursty... Oh, no. Oh, no. He's done it. Throws out the miscoil, self-denies with the recoil damage.
Yeah.
Still, though, he's given up a kill, nonetheless, and it just means a lane that nobody's getting experience off of for RoX.KiS. Their safe lane ain't so safe.
No, I like what BZD's done, rotating to the jungle. The CM's helping him out by frostbiting the big creeps here and there. So, Lifestealer hero that can, just with treads, phase boots, whatever it may be, can actually then come and start taking part in fights. But silent, free-farming Weaver is going to be really scary.
Yeah, I think a lot of this game just resides with Solo. Solo has to be effective, and this is not going to help his cause. Getting caught out in the mid lane, still not level 6. The track comes out. OD drops the hammer. And Scandal. The kill actually going to Mag there.
TPing in. He wants to go on Scandal here with a
They
turnaround.
have tracked. They might be able to just run away. Oh, this is going to turn around if Sadoy continues to give chase, I feel. Now always want to fly. He's got access to Nightmare. He'll deploy it now. They're going to wait. They're going to prep and bottle up and look to turn this around. In comes Yol. In comes BZZ. Who's going to win this fight? Sadoy goes in, drops the Whirling Axes, but now forced to run. The track kills will be coming out for Mag, most likely. They just need a few more hits. Sadoy, though, so tanky. So hard to kill, but not hard enough.
Meanwhile, Silent's shown up here near the top river. He's chasing down Yol here. Yol's going to shield himself. Silent needs to be careful. He almost pays for this with his own life.
Salving up. He's going to live. He actually wants to go back with Sakuchi. There's no shield for 10 mana. Weaver gets the kill. Nexus to fall as well. All of a sudden, it's 8-1, and they're not done yet. Here they go on to BZZ out of mana. But no OD ult. He will escape. The lone survivor.
Silent doing a great move there, rotating in from top lane, knowing his services were needed. Helps get a couple kills, and boy, did he cut that close. Yeah, he took the shield damage, then he walked away, salved up, came back in. The salve got canceled really quickly, and just barely manages to live. Abaddon Nexus had the shield cooled down. It was ready to go, but was like 10 mana short. If he had a shield there, that Weaver dies, and the Crystal Maiden maybe turns around, gets off another nuke or two, and actually turns the fight a bit. But Empire just winning these scrappy fights, and I gotta say, it all comes down to Mag's early rotations. He has really opened this game up. Gave up a solo kill bottom lane, but then rotated mid, and this Nyx assassin for solo, he just now hits level 6. Oh, and he may, if there's any TP in, he could be in a lot of trouble here. There is a track from Mag to give vision of him if he vendettas, so Solo would just have to stun and run, but here comes the Weaver TPing bottom, and this is possibly another kill for Empire.
Checking the supports right now. There's no TPs on RoX.KiS. Not a single hero has one. In comes Silent. The track is there. The Impale is thrown out, but Solo now can do nothing but Mana Burn and run. He's out of cooldowns. He's out of options as Silent continues to give chase. One more right click brings him down, and now Sadoy ambles in. As mentioned, just no TPs on these supports, and frankly, what would a Crystal Maiden even do there? They're not done yet, though. They found Sedoy in the river. They've got attract. No mana on Scandal. Not his best game in terms of Astrals, but yeah, he's got it. Not going to use it.
No track even coming out here. Looks like Mag just wanted to keep himself hidden in.
I think they were expecting TPs, but what they might not have known is that RoX.KiS didn't have any. Now they've got one on Nexus, but that's it.
Yeah, RoX.KiS is trying to put some pressure on top lane. Silent DCs here. BZZ still no phase boots even, so he may be jungling, but 9-minute phase boots is nothing to really write home about.
And like you said, Crystal Maiden was helping him. The Chen put out some pressure in the jungle. Also took the big camp, I think. Vangscore took and now he's blocked it, so it hasn't been total free farm jungle lifestealer, but this is just atrocious farm for BZZ. He is going to struggle to do anything. And I mentioned they lack true lockdown to kill him aside from the Fiend script, which isn't out yet, but they still have the Swarm, they have Track, they have Bane's Sleep if a hero has ever gone on. They have a lot of ways to kite the lifestealer. And if he's not really doing much damage, then eventually you'll whittle him down and kill him.
Very low base armor as well. Lifestealer just with the 2 armor, which means Bounty Hunter and Weaver will just, kill him really fast.
Yeah, that physical damage adds up.
Yeah, the Janata plus the Weaver, who's already got a lot of farm going his way.
And because he's jungling, he also has not taken a point in Rage yet.
Okay.
Gets the open wounds, gets the Feast. You definitely need to level up Feast in order to jungle. You don't really need to level up open wounds, but it does help you heal a bit more. So it allows you to sustain longer.
And then also if you want to come out ganking and helping out your team.
Makes you more useful to the team.
I imagine he's got to start going Rage now. You don't want any more in Feast. Just the 2 points is got to be it for BZZ.
Yeah, if you stay jungle, like if you're purely jungle, you normally get 3. You don't really need to max it, but
I mean, I feel like it's such a small increment, like 4% to 5%.
It does really seem to make the difference.
Yeah.
In my experience.
No,
if you're purely jungle.
I get multiple points myself, but it's just one of those weird things where it's such a small number, you wouldn't think it matters.
Meanwhile, it's a solo kill for Meg. Yeah. Well, he's not even done yet. I think he can go right back in on Nexus if he wants.
Nexus not level 6 yet, so he doesn't have that borrowed time.
He's nothing. He's no boots.
Oh.
This gold graph must be atrocious, and indeed it is. It's already a 4,000 gold lead, 4,000 experience lead. Empire are just cruising. Well, and I don't even feel like we've seen them in full swing yet. We saw Bounty Hunter get solo killed by an offlane troll.
This is more what viewers and the Dota 2 launch players were expecting. Empire in cruise control.
The 80% are getting a big bailout right now.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Well, it's still a third game. Should Empire win this game? So.
I feel like they should get half the number of rares, though, just because RoX.KiS already took a game off them. Like, they should be punished for their bandwagoning.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Dota 2 Lounge should teach the people. They need to take a more active role in instructing our Dota 2 youth. I don't think they want to do that, Guts.
No. Not betting rares. There'll be a lot of people out there upset.
People learn when they lose their rares. That's the only lesson Dota 2 Lounge will teach you. Meanwhile, Nexus just chilling. And now, we know why, because in comes a few heroes. They open wound, they frostbite and dust, and they will get the kill. I thought he was lagging out, because he literally was just standing there, not even reacting when Bounty Hunter hit him. Well, in the end, it works out.
I would have loved BZZ to get that kill. Often you can leave kills for support. When your carry's this far behind, and it's a dominating streak on the Bounty Hunter, that's a good 400 plus gold, which Crystal Maiden gets, but...
Does have his phase boots now.
Oh, solo in trouble mid. The Astral into a Centaur stun was timed perfectly, but it looks like they're not going to commit to this.
Yeah, Yol is here, still has access to Frost Nova. Now actually an Astral coming out once again from Scandal. I think without the Bounty Hunter here, they just don't want to force the issue, but he's going to TP in bottom lane, and now they look to go on Sedoy. They've got Fiend's Grip, and it'll be a max range, full duration Fiend's Grip from Always Wanna Fly, and Sedoy trying to run, but the axe is not going to hit anything in time. There was no mischance there, and it's an easy kill for Empire. At the rate this Weaver is going, guys, he's already got his Perseverance, and then on top of that, like another 700 gold. We could see a Linken's by like 16 to 17 minutes. And he's not rushing it either.
Considering he's got Ring of Aquila as well as Treads, and even has an extra Wraith Band. This is not like your Wraith Band for your Ring of Aquila starting items. This is a separate Wraith Band. He's got an ultra early game
luxury
item.
Wraith Band.
Yeah. With an offensive trial, it's really nice to get these extra sort of cheap, cost-effective items. So having like double Wraith Band early on.
It's really good damage as well. That +9 adds up. And Silent now, he'll get his Perseverance, 1,300 gold. He's basically 2,100 away. If he gets a few kills, and if any of them are track kills, it could be sub 15 minutes. But We'll have to see if more kills come out. They're looking to dive bottom lane. They could go on Sadoy here. He's in a lot of trouble. The track comes through, but immediately the Whirling Axe deployed the Swarm off the mark.
Yeah, the Janata attack didn't actually land. The one right click.
Because of the Whirling Axes.
If he gets that slow and bonus damage, I think they get the kill there, but...
Or even if the Swarm hit, I think they could have considered diving. But they're worried about the TP counter ganks. As well they should be. Solo on the hunt. This will be a huge
on the
kill.
side. They found Crystal Maiden.
He canceled his Vendetta strike, though he hasn't revealed himself yet, but they do find the CM. In comes the Vendetta, looking to go on silent. He's going to time-lapse out. They go on Mag instead. The Bounty Hunter dropping fast. Defensively slept for Mag. Now sticking back up. It will not matter. He goes down in the end. Now Solo giving chase and always want to fly. Look at him go with that haste rune. He's safe.
The Weaver used his time-lapse, then got dusted, so he had no way of getting rid of the dust. He wanted TP out. They leave Mag there to die, and looks like everyone going to get out, so RoX.KiS only getting the one kill out of that Nyx assassin.
And it's a bounty hunter. They didn't get the Weaver. They did not get the OD, or frankly even the Chen who's going to be building your mech. But mid lane, they start off with a sleep. Now they go for a stomp. Solo held in position. Now gripped again. Does this thing have a cooldown? It sure doesn't feel like it. Always want to fly. Always delivering so far this game. Now the OD ult. It comes out. Massive damage. Absolutely massive. It's a triple. And it's a very, very fast GG. 15-3 your score.
13
Team Empire.
minutes.
They strike back with a bang.
Yeah, this is a very fast and convincing result.
Ends it with an ultra. I think Scandal woke up, guns.
Scandal, well...
It wasn't that amazing of a game, but no. I think he's feeling a little fiery now.
Yes, he made great decision-making, but his actual laning was not as good as we've seen from him in the past.
He had help from a Chen, and he was up against the Nyx, but that's nitpicking. Empire, they cruise to a Game 2 victory.
Yeah, everyone played really well. The strategy as well, the offensive tri lane. I mean, considering Scandal didn't lane that well mid lane, Mag got solo killed and safe lane as bounty hunter, and they still win that convincingly.
Yeah,
it goes to show they just had the better draft.
Yeah, I think that's what it came down to. You look at this RoX.KiS draft. They started off with Lifestealer, Nyx, Troll. Yeah. Then they went back for a support, Abaddon, and a Crystal Maiden, which frankly kind of work across purposes. Like you get a Crystal Maiden, you want to be aggressive. You get an Abaddon, you somewhat want to be aggressive, but he can't really set up kills. And then they picked hero. They were jungling their Lifestealer. They had a Troll in the off lane. I mean, these are okay heroes to go for early kills, but I think just the way Empire laned it. OD was guaranteed to win mid, and adjusting and running the aggressive tri lane. Like Lifestealer, Abaddon, and Crystal Maiden just could not do much against that Weaver tri lane.
Yeah, and that's what it's like an offensive jungle Chen. If they'd maybe zoned out the Chen or something a bit better, but Chen and Bane not really known for their offensive tri lane capabilities.
Like, what's an Abaddon going to do against a Weaver?
Yeah.
If he ever gets in trouble, he just runs away.
Yeah, they banned out with...
kill you.
Their last ban was on the... What was it on? It wasn't the...
Clockwork was banned by Empire.
Yeah, I'm thinking what was that? The RoX.KiS banned out some other carry hero, which I remember thinking, and then they immediately snapped up the Weaver.
Oh, it was the Luna. It's the Luna.
That's right. Yeah, I think they're worried about more of like a mid-game push type strat, but Empire just say, hey, look, we're just going to beat you in the first 10, 15 minutes. Yeah. So...
On that note, guys, we are going to go to a Game 3, so we'll take a very quick break, but when we come back, we will be live with our final game of this series. After that, it's going to be Alliance versus Speed Gaming. Winner of this best of 3, RoX.KiS versus Empire. It all comes down to one game. Stay tuned.